everybody. We are live on the internet with some urban shadows,
Woohoo!
powered by the Apocalypse system, powered by the East Coast storyline. I don't know. That's the best I got. Sorry, Al.
Powered by New York System hot dogs.
Powered by. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if this became a thing. I don't know if people at the New York system would be happy about this per se. I mean, it is, I suppose, exposure.
It's free.
No such thing
It
as
is.
advertising.
It is.
I don't think anybody's ever complained about free advertising.
Right?
Well, unless it crosses over into libel, in which
or
that's
copyright infringement.
or copyright infringement. Yeah. So
It's all parody. It's all covered. We're good.
yeah, and what we're really doing is unlocking the truth of David Bowie's being tied in to this system of hot dog restaurants in Rhode Island.
I mean, with that quality voice work, it's like he's sitting right next to me. It's like
So I did watch.
Going back in time.
I watched some David Bowie videos of not him singing, but him talking. So I think I could do. I think the best I'm gonna get is my random, British guy thing. It's a little too close to my other voices, but it might be better than I did last time.
It's a tough nut to crack. It's all right.
It's yeah. He's a saucy bitch, and it's hard to get up to that level. So let's jump right in with those session intro moves. Let's start with Jasper, only because I think I haven't started with you for session intro moves, and if I did, we only play every couple weeks, so I probably don't remember. So I'm going to say we're starting with Jasper.
So is it who I don't trust first?
Yeah, who do you trust the least?
I'm gonna go with Whitey. Yeah, or does it have to be a party member?
Have it be one of the party members. I don't technically know. Maybe it can be an NPC, but let's go with out of the players. Who do you trust the least?
I'm gonna stick with Merritt. Just because he's in the sewers all the time. He's shady.
Yeah, and you guys haven't interacted too much actually in the past few sessions, anyway.
Yeah.
To change, if you already didn't. And what do you not have marked already for factions?
I actually just leveled up, so.
All right. Merit, clean slate. What do you want to highlight?
Let me think. What's happening in the city? Okay. I got it. All right, it's a mortality.
Yes.
Okay.
Mortality, yep. There was I heard about this crazy shit that went down, all those RISD students partying in the old tunnel.
I think Jasper is the one that comes up with the thing, right? You highlight the faction, and then he rolls, right? Let me see. Mark.
Yeah, sorry, it's been a while.
Yeah, no. We'll spotlight a faction for your character. You mark that faction. Tell the MC about a rumor or conflict that you heard about the faction. So Jasper is going to give me a rumor or conflict.
Hold on to that one. It sounded pretty
Hold on
good.
to yeah, because now people are going to want to mark or highlight humanity for you.
Yeah. So mortality. Heard a rumor that the Aware are going to start aggressively moving in on the territory.
Which territory?
Well, they're trying to take over Victor's territory, right?
The Aware?
That's
no.
The Wilds.
The Fae were. Yeah,
I'm thinking the Fae.
Yeah, the Fae were kind of doing a little bit there.
Okay.
Humanity, we don't know too much about. So what we have so far is Buddy Cianci is the mayor of the city.
Yeah.
And he has kind of a coalition with largely with the police, right? And is kind of going against Raymond Patriarcha and those guys.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna say that I heard a rumor that Buddy Cianci hired a hunter.
Buddy,
Or-
Cianci hired a hunter. Yeah, that's perfect. Getting right into the shit. Roll with that faction. Roll with humanity.
Okay. Well, what is that? Just 1d.
It's always 2d6,
2d6, right? Okay.
and then you're just gonna add that faction.
And that's negative
Nice.
1, so a 7.
7.
Oh.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, you're neck deep in it. You owe someone in that faction a debt, and someone in that faction owes you a debt. You owe someone in that faction a debt for giving you that information, I think.
Okay.
Is, kind of the easiest way
Yeah.
to
And then-
go with that. And for mortality,
I'm gonna say Buddy's intern told me.
yeah, I was gonna say somebody at City Hall, so that makes sense. I like that it's an intern, like definitely unpaid intern.
Yeah.
Buddy's intern. Okay, so that's gonna be Jasper owes debt for info about Hunter. Okay, and then it says, and someone in that faction owes you a debt. So who in mortality is gonna owe you a debt?
What would they owe me for?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's where these opening moves get a little tricky, but you can also
Yeah.
get creative with them,
I'm gonna say a guard at City Hall owes me a debt.
Okay. For what?
I get him some illegal stuff, some drugs from the docks.
Yeah, go with that. So write that down. Make sure you have that, and keep in mind if you need an in at City Hall, that you can always call in that debt for Rando Guard number 1.
All right, all in.
Okay, that's Jasper. Let's go with Merritt next. I'm gonna go counterclockwise in this little circle I have.
I trust Yvette the least.
Yvette, mark a faction for do you have anything marked yet, Merritt?
I have mortality and power both marked.
Okay, so anything besides mortality and power.
Okay, Mark Knight.
Nice.
Do I roll first or do I do the rumor first?
You do a rumor first.
All right. I'm going to try to be creative here. Let me pull up. All right. What? Let's see. I feel like we haven't got a lot of this stuff in here. Okay. Yeah, this works for Knight. Tainted's Knight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the same rumor because I'm not that creative. I heard that some RISD students were down in the old East Tunnel partying and they conducting some kind of thelemic ritual, summoned a demon or some old Egyptian spirit into the world.
Oh,
Freak
wait.
the fuck out.
The Tainted isn't Knight, is it?
Tainted is wild.
The Tainted is Wild.
Oh.
Yvette.
Oops.
Yeah, Knight are vampires and specters. And
Oh, that's it?
wolves. Vampires,
Okay, I can make
specters,
that
and
work.
wolves.
I'll save my other rumor for another time. I'm going to say that there is rumor that I've heard in Night that there's some spooky shit going on at the old I don't know what's a good historic building in Providence. Let's see.
Spooky shit.
There's the H.P.
Poe?
Lovecraft or Poe house.
Yeah, I was gonna say Poe lived in Providence. So did Lovecraft. We were on the same thread there.
Yeah.
Oh damn, I didn't know that.
Do they have houses though that are historical sites?
I mean, Lovecraft's grave is in Providence.
Yeah, Lovecraft.
I know.
I'm doing enough Lovecraft shit already.
Yeah.
Mark Knight. Okay, I got something. There is rumor, apparently, that there is like a conclave of ghosts doing a big meeting right now. It's like a kind of some kind of spirit, some kind of ghost council type shit. happening, and it's supposed to happen. What's the date here?
February.
Yeah,
1975.
it's supposed to happen at the next new moon. That's what I've heard.
Okay. Cool.
I have some contacts have tipped me off to that.
Ugh. See, moon shit always makes me feel like I need an actual moon calendar. That's why in our D&D world, like the moon is always the 30th of the month. That's the new moon. Can't deal with that shit. But okay. Next new moon. Yvette, who do you trust the least?
I think it's still Jasper.
You got to roll. Merritt's got to roll first.
Oh,
Oh, Merritt didn't roll. That's right. I'm sorry. Thank you, Victor.
8.
8. Okay. You are neck deep in it. You owe someone in that faction a debt, and someone in that faction owes you a debt. We do have some people from Night. We got Danny DeVuto, who hasn't come up in a couple sessions. We have
2, I think.
everyone Victor and everyone associated with him, pretty much.
Um.
No, Muhammad's power. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I will owe Victor a debt.
Okay.
Because he's kept quiet about the whole thing with Muhammad, and I don't really want that spread around that I like sabotage the fucking bathroom in the observatory and shit like that. So yeah, I'm not gonna. So I'll say I owe him a debt for that. I'm kind of.
Do you want to owe me one, or do you want to cancel one of the ones that you already owe me? That I owe you, I mean.
We could do that. Yeah, I could do a cancel there.
Cancellation.
Awesome. So I'm down to owing you only one.
Yes, that makes sense. I'll wipe one of these debts off, and then let's see. Who owes me a debt in Night? I'll say I know. I'll say I know. A guy on the hill. I know a guy on the hill.
Okay.
Who owes me because I did like a job. I did like a contract. I did like a job, but didn't record it on any of the city. Like I kind of did it under, kind of like low key, under the table, and I don't know what his name is. You can think of something if you want. But he's affiliated with that. With the
affiliated, yeah. Someone on the hill owes Merritt. Okay. For doing low-key job off the books. Okay. And then, okay, yeah, so let's go to Yvette now.
I trust Jasper the least.
Okay.
He tried to have me killed.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And he's still trying to win back my trust.
Okay. What factions do you already have marked?
I think I have 2 that are. I have Power and Wild, so
Okay.
I need Mortality and Night, which both already have rumors.
That's fine, man. Build off of it. Make a new one. Jasper, highlight one of those factions.
You know what? Let's go with Mortality, since we haven't used that one much.
Okay.
Okay.
So we do have that CNC hired a hunter.
Yep.
So you could build off of that. What else do we have? We have that there's a factions in the mayor's office wants to like kick out Patriarcha. That's from last session.
Last session, we also had that CNC is interested in making moves against Knight using some awares in his circle.
Yep. Yeah, okay. I rolled that in. Yeah.
I heard there's going to be a Teamsters meeting, in which they are going to try and discuss the problem of Raymond Patriarcha.
Okay.
What problem?
My grandmother would say exactly the same thing. Boy, does she love mobsters. That kind old woman.
I have some real life relatives who are probably in the patriarch associated with the patriarchus in this timeline.
Lovely.
Wow.
Yep,
Lovely.
Yep.
couple uncles,
Yep.
Rizzo side.
It's
Did they
beautiful.
hunt down any werewolves in their
No,
day?
they probably just got fucking killed at some point.
All right. So that is your roll with the faction, Yvette. Rolling with humanity.
Hold on. I think I have a plus to that one.
Okay.
The 8, get aboard the 8 train.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's in that middle category of the soft hit.
Where the hell's my character sheet?
Here it is. Somewhere on the computer. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a +1, so it's a 9.
Okay, that's still that middle category. You owe someone in that faction a debt, and someone in that faction owes you a debt.
All right, I'm gonna say I got this information because one of the head union guys
Yeah, let's bring some union guys into this.
owes me a favor because I let him borrow some cash. He gave me some stuff to hold on to at my shop, and I gave him some cash in return.
Okay. Union guy owes Yvette for lending him cash. Yeah, I like that we're bringing the union into this too. Because that's kind of like a... And I know we haven't gotten too much into Cianci, but obviously a union would be maybe affiliated with the mortality, but still like a separate entity. So I think that's interesting too. Cool. And then who do you owe? We got to deal with mortality more, guys. We need more. We need more named NPCs. We have Buddy's intern, who is not. Give me a name for Buddy's intern, Jasper, since that was a you thing.
Carl.
Okay.
Carl the intern. Carl the coffee boy, even better.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. So we have Carl the coffee boy. We have Buddy's driver, who I also don't have a name for, but he was. He lives in Victor's territory.
Does he? Oh,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
So Victor, why don't you give me a name for Buddy's driver, and then Yvette, why don't you tell me why you owe Buddy's driver a debt? Because I like that. Let's bring in this rando I forgot about.
Okay.
Is Reggie.
Reggie. So Yvette owes Reggie for.
So I know Reggie from the neighborhood. I owe him because he helped my brother out. He needed a ride, and Reggie happened to be in the area. So
Okay.
he gave him a ride in the mayor's car, which he shouldn't have done.
Yeah. Oh, and I bet your brother fucking ate that shit up too.
Yep.
All right, and Victor, who do you trust least?
It's still probably Merritt. I haven't seen Merritt in a few sessions now.
Yeah.
Hasn't
Okay.
done anything to win me back.
Yeah. Yeah, we
So
had
I've got.
we had
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
2 sessions that lasted like a day in the story, which was kind of
What
interesting.
do
Cool
you
way to do it.
What do you need? Still,
I need power or wild.
I'm gonna go with power.
Thank you, Almighty 326, for the sub. 8 months in a row. What a fucking champ.
Whoa. Amazing. So power, huh? Power. So I think their last episode we had some encounters with this item of power, the eyeballs.
Yes.
that Victor failed to recognize. So I think what I have later come to realize is that Power is interested in getting their hands on these eyeballs as well. So they may be making some moves against Wild, which is in my best interest as well.
Yeah, absolutely. These eyeballs, by the way, y'all, that were left on the ground behind the New York system randomly. So they're just literally hanging out on the ground in the middle of a crime scene. Yeah, roll with Wild.
Power, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, roll with Power. Yes, because we know.
Oh, 9. We're all right in that.
Okay,
thick
you
of
owe
it.
someone a debt, and someone owes you a debt.
So
We
is
have.
Mohammed the only Power guy?
We also have Donald Hornig, who's the Brown
Oh,
University
shit.
president. Um, those are the named Power individuals so far.
And then we have that library of Power as well, right?
We have some places of power. Yeah, yeah. We know that
On
Brown
the
University
library.
is a hub of power. The Province Public Library is a hub of power. Um,
Got it. So why don't we say that it was some sort of low-ranking Power member? Can we add a new person, new
oh, we
NPC?
definitely can. Yeah.
So let's say that we had like what should we call him? Like it's a good Power name.
S- Powers.
Let's say we had like Felipe the the Slim or something like that. And he had a bit too much to drink at La Fortuna one night, and I ended up having to, put him in a cab and send him back to his hotel. And so he owes me a bit.
Can you just
And
be
that's where I
really
found it
fat
from.
though? Can I just make that? Can you
Oh
be
yeah.
really fat?
Yeah.
He's enormous.
Yes.
He's at least $4, at least.
Loves that pasta.
Okay, and then you owe somebody.
So I owe, and I asked to owe somebody in Power as well, right?
Yeah.
So then let's say Hornig, who the Lad Observatory and Hornig have some sort of relationship. So let's say Hornig's quite upset with what I've done about changing the ownership of the Lad Observatory.
Yeah, and he found out that it was somehow tied to you and your territory, right? And for
Yeah.
not like using whatever power he has to fucking run your ass over. Yeah, you owe him for that.
Awesome.
Okay, Victor owes 4. Perfect. Okay, there we are. Let's start off, just because this is all I've been thinking of for like the 3 weeks we didn't play, guys. We're going to start off in Merritt's bedroom. Because we left it with David Bowie asleep in the bed, right? Merritt got home and David Bowie is just asleep in the bed. How do you deal with a sleeping, drooling on your pillow, DB?
Let it lie, man. Let it lie.
I had a feeling that was it.
I did call over. I made a phone call before we ended last time.
Yeah, remind me of that.
I called over to a vet's. I think I called over, but I was looking for a Saint.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wasn't there,
He
right?
wasn't there. Yeah. Yep.
He's
Yeah.
a slippery one.
Yeah, she had just given him cash, so he had pieced out from there. What does so the next morning, what does it look like after, how did this night go with just David Bowie bunking with you?
Well, I assume I had to go to fucking work.
Oh,
I
that's
work
tr-
nights.
That's true.
So
You
I
do
left.
work nights.
So the question is he still in there when I get back from my shift in the morning?
Yes, he definitely is. Yeah, and I think he's like on his like splayed out, 1 foot on the floor, his 2 arms like above his head, getting really, really face into it, intimate with your pillow, and snoring still.
I'm gonna I'll proactively heat up a Fanta for him. That way, when he wakes up, he'll have something to drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I don't know, the Fanta kettle starts to whistle. Yeah. He looks. Oh, oh, that smells wonderful.
Yeah, I just made it fresh. Here you go. And I hand it to him, but it's like in a plastic cup, so it's just gonna get all kinds of.
Ooh, it's a bit shrinking up around it, isn't it? Well, and he softly sips his piping hot Fanta.
Yeah. So about those eyes, there's some kind of giant spider monster that almost killed me when I went over there. So I left.
What? What? That doesn't sound like. Tried to kill you.
Yeah, it like attacked my car. Fucking busted out my windshield. Gotta get that fixed now. But yeah, the thing attacked me. Bunch of cops over there. I got out of there as quick as I could. I don't know about your eyes or whatever, but there was some shit going down.
You didn't get the eyes.
I didn't even see the eyes. I don't know what you're talking about. Went over there, looked like a crime scene already. Giant spider fucking monster attacks.
He didn't give you the eyes.
Who's he?
And as you hear as something is like tapping on the window, almost threatening to crack it. And as you turn your head, there is the giant fucking spider monster on has crawled up the side of your building. It is mangled and hurt, right? You hit it with your car, threw it into a wall. Its legs are like shriveled up as its like monstrous looking face is looking at you from from out the window. What do you do?
Is the window open?
No. It's February. I think it's definitely closed.
All right. I want to go to the oven where the Fanta kettle is. I want to open the window. I want to dump the boiling hot Fanta on it.
Oh, I think that's roll to unleash an attack. 100%.
And I'll say, try the Fanta.
Nice.
Let's see. Roll to hit an attack. What even is that? What do I roll for that?
Unleash an attack.
Under blood on the left side
Blood,
of the character sheet.
Okay. I don't think I have good blood. I have bad blood. 2d6. 6.
Ooh.
6 is a miss.
-1.
Yeah. So I think what happens with this, what are the windows like in your apartment? Do you have
I
like
don't know.
giant like giant ass windows?
Yeah, I live in a penthouse actually on my janitor's salary, so I have really beautiful open windows. I use floor-to-ceiling windows, man. It's great.
I just assume that every apartment in Rhode Island is an old converted mill.
Yeah.
And some of them have like the giant.
true.
Let's maybe not have. So, okay, sure. Well, we say you have giant. So as you go over there, the window must have not been latched entirely well, right? So as you go, the window pushes in, and you kind of fall back, dropping this kettle of Fanta as it starts to slowly spill out on the ground. And this creature starts to squeeze its way in, just foaming at the mouth. You watch as David Bowie walks over to it, kind of lifts its chin up with his hand and asks, "Where are my eyes?" And it replies, "A woman came in, attacked, Police! Um, and like choking as like black oozing blood is coming down the sides of its mouth. You watch as David Bowie, Fey King, kisses this creature on the top of its forehead, and as he does, it explodes. Right? This is like bug on the windshield, except it explodes outwards, whoosh, definitely dropping piles of bug juice on the sidewalk below, entirely pushing it out. As afterwards, there does not seem to be a single trace of this creature left. And then shivering slightly in the chill morning air, closes the window. And then just turns back to you smiling.
Is he nude?
No, he's definitely.
Oh, okay.
I think he's nude from the waist up, but slept just in like
Okay.
some very smart jeans.
Is my apartment floor now covered in bug juice?
No, it like shot.
Okay.
It shot like a cone just out right back whoosh, through the window.
Well, shit. What the hell was that thing?
I'm surprised, Merritt. Haven't you listened to my last album?
I don't have a lot of time these days to really, buy all the new ones. Why? What? I don't understand.
Just
What are you
think
talking
of
about?
think of him as one of the spiders from Mars. They work for me.
Alright, sure, whatever. Yeah, so why the fuck are you still in my apartment? What do you want from me?
I was hoping you would bring me eyes.
Yeah, I didn't see the eyes.
That's terribly unfortunate. And remind me, this was a debt he called in for you, right? It was just to go pick these up.
Yeah, it was a debt that I
Okay.
owed him for
Yeah.
the city work scandal.
Right. He says, "Well, I guess now we'll have to find out whatever it was that this woman that supposedly has my eyes."
What? So, wait, what was that thing going to get? Where was it going to get them?
I thought he already had them.
I don't understand it.
I thought you were just going to pick them up and bring them back here. I wasn't sending you into any danger. I thought this was just a quick recovery drive.
Well, I guess someone must have got there first then, because there were cops all over that scene. I didn't want any part of that.
How
It's still probably
strange.
hot over there. I don't really want to get involved in anything going on.
Well, maybe instead of going down there, you work for the city, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe you could check in at the police department, see if they arrested anyone? Any...
Yeah, but under what pretense, Bowie? Like I'm supposed to? Oh yeah, I'm just checking in to see sewer system. What? I can only use that. I can only use that line about something dying in the sewer so often.
I'm not good at understanding exactly how you mortals interact, how you convince each other to tell you things. It's all very confusing. I mean, you're immortal, right? You've been immortal for a while. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Well, can you at least tell me what these eyes are supposed to look like? Like what they would look like if I saw them?
I'm not sure exactly. I put in an order for some new eyes to replace these. They should in some way look I don't know. Marvelous? The one who crafted them for me does know I tend to like things that sparkle.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll go check it out. I'll go sniff around a little bit. See if I can turn anything up. Where can I find you when if I discover anything?
Find me over in New York on New York Avenue. Up the. Isn't that what it's called?
Sure.
Where the
Yeah.
where the hot wiener place is.
Oh yeah. All right. I know what you're talking about. You want me to go there if I find anything?
Yes, yeah, at the New York place. I get so confused. Everything here, it's either New York or it's Texas, right? And I know this isn't Texas.
No, it's not. But enjoy your Fanta. I'm gonna go to sleep now. But I'll see what I can dig up tonight.
All
How about
right.
that?
Thank you for the. Oh, that Fanta's been spilling on the floor. There's a puddle. You don't want it to ruin the hardwood.
Oh, yeah, my hardwood floors. They're so. Man, What are you talking about?
All right, goodbye. And David Bowie leaves. All right.
Great. Does he just disapparate in the middle of the fucking?
No,
room,
no,
or
he
does
definitely just walks out. And like grabs his shirt, but walks out without it on.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Does he
Okay.
take my cup with him?
Oh, definitely takes your cup with him. Yeah.
Oh,
And between him and the night mechanic, that's your neighbor, you lose a lot of mugs this way. That's true. We gotta remember, there's another mortality character. It is the night mechanic that is Merritt's neighbor. So don't
What
ever.
was his name? We got a name?
I have to find it.
I don't think I have that one written down.
He has one, but I don't. I didn't really put him under mortality because I wasn't thinking of him as a true player.
I'll have to go back and watch
But-
the VODs on you on.
Yes, we'll have to go onto the
There you
YouTube.
go.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Okay. Let's jump to someone else, and I'm gonna leave this open. Who else has a scene that they want to do?
So I'm hell bent on finding the killer of Antonio Rossi.
That
And
is
I have,
true.
someone who can help me with this.
Okay, yeah, let's go over to Victor then. How are you gonna go about now finding this killer?
So we left off at La Fortuna after evading the cops.
Yes.
So this is the night before. Maybe we caught a couple hours of sleep. And overnight I had an epiphany that there's someone who might be able to take me back to the time when the murder occurred, or at least sometime around that time. And maybe we can figure out who did it and why.
Sure.
So this would be Mohammed
Okay.
at the Lad Observatory. So that's where I would like to take Whitey and myself.
Okay.
Second
Whitey
Who done it?
Whitey actually looks at you and says, "Look, with all this shit going with the cops, the shootout, and everything, I gotta get out of this fucking city, man. I gotta get back to Boston.
Fair enough, Whitey.
I'll go talk to Raymond, but you know,
You let them know.
I'll let him know
I'll take care of
that
it.
I think you can handle it.
Appreciate it.
All right, you're a good kid there, Sergey.
You too.
Okay. Yeah, and Whitey just leaves. So
Сергей, блядь. Виктор. Виктор меня зовут.
so I assume you're making your way to the observatory.
Yes. The metaphysical keys of which are still in my possession.
Yes. Yes. So you have a car, right? You have a way to get there?
I don't. I do not have a car.
All right. Because it's, they're not that close, Fed Hill and the East Side. I mean, you
No.
could do it, but, it's probably the kind of thing where you want to,
This would call for a taxi, I feel.
all right. Yeah, so you call up a taxi service, get the ride over. I think it takes a while, right? One thing about the great state of Rhode Island is that public transit and that is not that great, and I don't think taxis are very well known. So definitely it's there, but you find yourself, as most people needing to get somewhere in Rhode Island, slightly annoyed at how long it takes for them to come drive you over, though no traffic this late at night. Some people out and about, but really, really not many. Um, and as you pull over to the top of this hill over on the east side in front of the observatory, the cab driver a bit incredulous that this is actually where you want to get out, but as long as you pay him, he's fine with it. You get out, the cab drives away, and you are standing there looking at the observatory. What do you do?
All right. So I'll take a look around, and I think, did we establish there's some kind of back door to this place? Or is that only up
Yes.
through the sewers?
No, we did establish that there is definitely a back door.
All right. So I'll ruffle up my jacket a bit. It's a chilly night, and I'll walk over to the back door,
Okay.
and I'll let myself in. I don't see a need to knock.
Yeah, you let yourself in. The downstairs is entirely dark, not a single light on, right? As you're looking
So
around.
Faced with this darkness, I will take my sunglasses off,
Okay.
and whoa, it's so dark here. Where's light? And I'll start pawing around for a light switch.
Sure. And when you do finally flip the switch, you see a sight. The chair, that little rocking chair that's down there in that room, there is now a wincing feline individual there on the chair, right? Having just the lights kind of unceremoniously flipped on in front of it, doing that squinting thing that's like, ooh, I wish you would have left that on. Gives a big stretch, and that silent cat yawn, arches its back, and says, oh, you back?
You still here, Fluffy?
Yeah, I'm still here. You looking for the old man?
Old man. I thought we took care of old man.
The slightly less old man? I don't know.
Yeah. What you doing here, though? Don't you have places to be? Things to go?
Oh, I'll get to it when I get there. This place is kind of interesting, that clock's getting bigger.
Bigger.
Bigger? Yeah, the old man, he never leaves that room. I haven't seen him eat
Just
anything.
room now.
Yeah, he doesn't eat. He doesn't.
Do you eat?
Do I eat? Yeah, I mean, there's an
Yeah.
old man that doesn't take care of this damn place. There's plenty of mice around here. It's great.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, it's all right. He always writing in a book, muttering about a bunch of stuff. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I'm trying to
Well,
figure it
I'll-
out, though.
Why do you want to know?
Well, this is a place of power, right? There's some shit going on here. Usually
But
there's
what
all
do
these
you?
ghosts around, too. Although, for some reason, tonight there haven't been any.
Well, good. Fewer prying eyes. But why you care about place of power? You a cat.
What are you? You're just a dog. The hell do you care about it?
Good point.
Ugh. Listen, if you can figure out exactly what he's trying to do up there and let me know, I'll owe you one.
I'll think about it. I don't know how much good you owing me will do.
I can get in some places. If you got mice, I'll eat them.
Yes,
maybe-
if I come across a rat, I'll be sure to call you.
Sometimes I just play with them a little. Capture them, corner them, torture them
Ah.
until they're little beady eyes. know nothing but the fear that I instill in their little hearts. You
You
know,
know what, Fluffy? You just reminded me why I fucking hate cats. I'm out of here.
ugh, fucking dogs.
Alright, I'll make my way upstairs.
Sure. Yeah, you make your way up into this room, and that clock that was a tiny little thing, right? Um, encased in glass, is now much of the wall.
Hmm.
Gears upon gears upon gears. Build out in this impossibly large. It takes over at this point about a quarter of the dome, right, which is currently closed, and comes out from where this originally was and curves in such a way that curving along with the dome, that the very weight of it would definitely make it topple over, but somehow it stands, right?
Hmm.
Uh, and you have, and some of these gears at this point, with it being this big, are large, right? As large as your torso, and must weigh 25 pounds themselves. And there
Wow.
is no fucking way to know how the hell he got them up here, where they came from, how they are fitting together, the purpose of it. But there is some shit going on along with this. And sitting at the table in front of this clock, but right now hunched over and just writing in his notebook, is Muhammad. This otherwise tall, robust man, and you can tell by the cat, is calling him an old man now. He looks older. Not in any like magical the youth is pulled out of him way, right? But kind of wizened, kind of someone that's been beat down, hasn't got enough sleep, bit hunched of his back, especially as he's sitting here writing, and kind of mumbling to himself.
Has he even looked up to notice me?
No, no, his back is to you, and not that you're being entirely quiet, trying to be sneaky or anything, but he's just.
Muhammad,
This, this, this date, it doesn't make sense. This
I'll
time.
walk over and tap him
Time.
on the shoulder. Put a palm on his shoulder. Muhammad,
Oh. Oh. Yes. Ooh. Victor, how good it is to see you. Yeah. And he kind of like starts to straighten his back up and puts himself up, and it takes him a second. You know when you was sitting too long, you have that kind of like lower back pain. Ugh! But he really tries to like present himself as he normally is, as he lengthens his back and stands much taller than you. This very, very big guy. Yes, I've been working. How can I help you?
I can see. You feeling okay, buddy? I hear you don't leave room, don't eat.
You know, sometimes trying to understand all this power, everything that's happening, you have to pull an all-nighter every once in a while. I remember one time when I was, what was it? It was a specific text that I was reading. Perhaps it was,
What text?
oh,
Tell me about clock. Why is clock growing?
oh, I suppose it is.
Did you do this?
Maybe?
You been daydreaming? What's going on?
I've been working. Merritt brought me a very interesting bit of information. Somehow, this observatory brought you all back to a very specific time and place. A time before this observatory was created. Interesting that it was... I thought when we took this that this might give me some glimpse at the city, maybe since it was created, since these networks happened to web their way throughout the city. However, I'm beginning to suspect that when the wizards created this network with the clock system, that it tapped into something else, something older, something that was already there.
Hmm.
Somehow these dreams that Merit has,
Hmm.
it helped the observatory. The observatory, it helped focus it. I don't really understand it, but it focused it to allow you all to experience whatever that was.
You are saying dreams Merit had, or Merit themselves focused observatory?
I don't know if it was Merit himself. I mean, I suppose I could cut the brain out of the skull and dissect it to find out, but
No, no,
I
no, no.
don't.
Brain out of skull? You crazy?
Not the way I want to go, mind you. I'm just trying to think of the logical next step. I think perhaps whatever it was, whatever it is that is making Merit have these dreams and visions, is also part of this other system. Not this. Oh, this is a big clock. Not this system here, but whatever it's tapped into, which seems to be old. I mean, you were all in the Revolutionary War. Before the Revolutionary War, really.
Is that what we were? So it sounds like in all these weeks since I took this place for you, you haven't actually learned anything. All I hear is questions, Mohammed.
I do believe that I could do it again.
Good.
But
Actually, is why I'm here.
Oh! Uh, are you all together? You want to? I can send you back. I'd be really excited to see where you go this time.
No, I need to go to a specific place. And I think with the amount of time you've had here, you should be able to figure this out by now, no?
Since yesterday?
Not yesterday. It's been days.
I don't
Weeks.
know that it
No?
has. I think it's only been like a day.
Oh, shit.
Am I
My
wrong,
time
guys?
is wrong.
Yeah, I think this was like the next day from when you took over, or this maybe
Oh,
is
damn.
2 days later
Okay.
now. Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
you have. Yeah, we've been weeks, but
Yeah.
and it's funny because my thought of this campaign originally was that it would kind of go. So we will like jump and skip and do that thing, but we've been
Yeah.
very truncated in. Um, I I don't know that I can send you to a specific place. I could certainly try. I wonder what would happen. If you die in the process, then could I cut your brain from your skull and dissect it?
I don't think that's a good idea, Mohammed. What? Why is this dangerous?
Well, I have no idea what'll happen.
Why don't you come with me?
Someone needs to be the anchor here. The navigator. The one in the tower telling other airplanes where to go. Otherwise, it won't work out so well.
So let me lay out what I need. Good friend of mine's uncle was killed. And I need to find out who did it. I need to go back to that night and see for myself. And I'm sure I don't have to remind you about femur bone I procured for you, nor about how, without me, this place would still be under previous guy's control.
I get what you're saying. I simply don't think that it's possible, at least not at this time. Of course, if you're calling in a debt, I could lead you on a path that might be able to help.
Might is very weak compared to what I did for you.
The thing with crystal balls and old clocks is they never run on time. You see, I can lead you towards answers, but I can't guarantee they're the answers you're going to need. Or at least, no. They will be the answers you need. They just might not be the ones you think you need.
What are you riddles again? Explain.
Do you want my help, Victor? In
Yes.
this? Go and see a
I'll do it.
friend of mine.
Friend of yours.
Yes, yes. She is a... Sorry.
Cadence Black, by any chance?
She is a certified public accountant. Yes, down in the... Yeah, Cadence Black. Yes, have you heard of her? Go to her and tell her that I sent you and that you need an audit.
Got it. See, I knew it was a good idea to come see you, Mohammed.
It always is. You're always welcome. And if you bring all of your friends next time, perhaps you could take a trip together.
Yes, I'll speak to Merritt about what you told me.
I believe there's
So-
one other dream he was having.
Yes, and I think that dream was the one he was more interested in. We'll talk.
Certainly.
All right, Mohammed, try not to work too hard, and I'll take my leave.
Oh, Victor,
Yes?
if this clock continues to grow and crushes me, don't let Hornig cut my brain from my skull. All right?
Sounds good.
I appreciate
By
it.
the way, last thing, Mohammed, you are aware of Cat downstairs, yes? This is a welcome guest for you.
There's a cat?
You haven't seen Cat?
I haven't
Fluffy?
seen anyone. I'm usually alone up here.
Well,
Whatever
keep
they
an eye out
do
for
with
him.
the rest of the building, I'm not terribly interested in.
Got it.
Do you think maybe next time you could bring me something to eat? I
Of
do
course.
forget to eat when I'm working.
Naturally. We'll remember.
And turns, and you watch as he kind of like sits down and rather quickly transforms back into this like scrawling, muttering figure that he was previously.
I'll shake my head and depart.
Okay. Yvette, what are you up to?
Working as always.
Sure.
But I have, I suppose I haven't heard from my patron in a bit.
No, you were sent to get an item of power, and he's just kind of still waiting on that.
Do those eyes count as an item of power?
Through context clues, you probably assume that that was the item of power he was pointing you towards.
Correct.
But I don't know that you know about the eyes.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've just been I've been working all day.
Okay. Which job are you at? Are you at the pawn shop or are you at the casino?
Yeah, I'm at the shop. It's for me it's a lifestyle. So
Yeah. So I think it's been rather quiet, right? And you're pretty like leaning on the counter board, right? Like there's not a lot going on.
it's been a slow day.
And Danny DeVuto walks in. And that telltale jingle, ding 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 ding, as the door opens up.
Oh, hello. Good afternoon. Buenos dias.
Hey, vet baby, good to see ya.
Oh, Danny, honey, sweetheart. Don't talk to me like
Oh,
that.
I love it when you talk to me sweet like that.
What do you want?
Yvette, I come here to see you and I must want something?
Oh, Danny, come on, baby. You know you come here for something, not
Oh,
nothing.
you're hoping I come here looking for something one day. Well,
Yeah.
sorry, darling. I'm taken. I'm looking for a little something for a sweet lady I've been seeing.
Hmm. I do have something, but I'm holding on to it.
I mean, look, it doesn't have to be something super nice. It just has to look nice, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. What are you looking to spend?
Uh, I don't know. We did like dinner, movie, popcorn, drinks, the whole 9 yards last time, so like half of that?
So what's this, like a second date?
A third date.
Wow, third date. You must really like her.
It's longer than most of my relationships.
Hmm. She hasn't gotten to know you that well yet, I guess.
No, no. Once she gets to know me, she'll probably be out the door, you know.
Hmm.
But you know, I need just a little something. Hey, hey, did you hear something about those Wiener Shop guys?
Yes.
What have you heard? There's been a lot of whispering going around.
Uh, I'm not sure I can trust you with this, Danny.
You can trust me with anything, doll. Come on. I'm here. I'm a customer. The customer's always right, isn't he?
I heard they're a bit strange, and that you shouldn't necessarily trust the meat.
I mean, I'll eat them anyway. I don't care about that. I just know. The rumor is, Yvette, that that shit that went down in Oneyville, someone says, and I don't know that I believe them, but someone says they saw you there.
Hmm. That's a strange thing to say.
It is. That's what I said. I said, my girl, she's always working, and sure enough, I walk in, and here you are. You is right there behind the counter.
I have the best work ethic in all of Providence.
I
You
would
can
say
ask around.
so. But, still, somebody looking like you was seen.
Looking like me, is that supposed to be is that racist?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I
Because
didn't
I'm
say it.
because I'm a beautiful Latina woman?
Yeah, you know, there's not enough of them walking around if you ask me, you know. But someone looking like you was busting down a door after a few gunshots were shot off.
Hmm. That sounds
And
about right.
now, as much as I am appreciative of a Hispanic beauty such as yourself, Yvette, I gotta say, I don't know too many that could shoulder down a door of a warehouse.
Hmm. You have never met an angry woman.
Trust me, darling, I've met plenty of angry women.
Hmm. Well, then you know that pretty much any woman that is angry enough could do this.
Hmm, I hear you. Well, and he kind of like leans in towards you. He says, you know, instead of going on a third date with this other broad, how about you and I go out tonight?
Oh, Danny, no, no.
Come on, it could be the start of something great.
I don't think so. I have to work. You know this.
Ah, you work too hard, doll. Well, alright, if anything comes up, something that is, you know, looks like $100 but costs about four, give me a call.
Uh, hold on. I have a locket. We can take the picture out.
Let me see it?
It's real gold. I'll give it to you for $20.
He grabs it and opens it up. What's the picture inside?
It's a little boy.
He goes, ah. Nah, keep it. That's fine. I'll tell her it was me when I was a lad. Chicks love that shit.
All right, $20.
All right, here you go.
Thank you, Danny. I appreciate your business.
Thank you, you beautiful
All right,
Latina princess.
that's enough of that.
All right, all right. I'll check you later.
Adios.
And Danny DeVuto walks out the door. Probably at this point your last customer for the evening, you would imagine. It's getting there. It's getting to that point.
Okay. Once I finish up here, I'd start to get ready to lock up, clean up a little bit, make sure the front door is locked, and sneak out the back.
Okay. And I think as you are walking out the back, we're gonna jump over to Jasper.
Okay.
What you up to, Jasper?
I assume I'm at home.
You're telling me, so that sounds fine to me.
Actually, I'm gonna start at the bar.
Okay.
Sorry, I forget the name of it off the top of my head.
The Salty Sea Slug?
I believe so. Yeah, well, we'll go with that for now.
I think that was it.
Sounds right.
Videos after
Yeah, I
this.
think that was it.
Yes, Salty
Yeah.
Sea Slug.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm going in there. I'm gonna go with see and hear.
Okay. You can be seen, you can be heard, but you can't be touched.
Right.
So as you're in there, what is the... I don't remember the proprietor's name.
Oh, it's
Harvey.
Harvey.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, so as you walk in, Harvey kind of like looks over at you. Jasper.
Hey, Harvey, how you doing? How's business treating you?
Bunch of assholes buying beer. That's about how
Ah,
it
so you
goes.
open. That's good to know. Good to know. So I want to talk to you, Javi. I know I still owe you a favor, but if you could help me out. I wanted some information about Harold. You remember Harold, right? My assistant from back in the day.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if I've seen him around these parts anytime soon.
Well, I have. I hadn't seen him for a while, you know, after he killed me and all. But he seems to be doing quite well. And I was just curious if you could keep your ear out for me. Any information about him, because he went from a nothing, a no talent nothing, and now he's like wearing suits and stuff. So I want to know what exactly he got out of killing me.
Jasper, this guy that already killed you once, you really want to keep fucking around with him?
What's he gonna do? Kill me again?
I mean, could he?
I kind of just put my hand through the bar just to emphasize that, like, what is he going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he can try. I don't think anything's going to happen of it, though.
Look,
Hobby for me. This is the guy who killed me. I need a little reciprocation.
here's what I want you to do. I want you to roll to persuade an NPC.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my camera has decided it's not going to work any longer.
Yeah, I think the stream's frozen too, Matt. I don't know if you saw it. There's a couple comments there.
Oh. I did not notice that. Here, while you're rolling for that, I'm going to refresh my screen.
Would that be
All right, so
Alright,
hopefully
that's fine.
I can't see what you rolled because I think I came on after you
I
did.
haven't rolled yet.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
There we go.
All right, hopefully that fixes the stream. Sorry there, viewing audience. I'm probably also putting back some of our players in the wrong order as I refix what the screen looks like. Okay, so you're gonna
I got a 7.
a 7 to persuade an NPC. All right. So with a soft hit like that, they modify the terms or demand a debt.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so Harvey looks at you. What was your assistant's name?
Harold.
Harold. Okay. Yeah, Harvey kind of looks at you. Kind of stops what he's doing. He's cleaning this glass. He just puts it down, puts the rag down, elbows on the counter, kind of leans in. And says, Jasper,
Yeah.
I still got skin. You know, I can't be fucking around with people that could shut this place down, that could shut me down.
Alright. I mean, I don't want to get you in trouble.
If you want this information, I might need a promise from you.
Hey, whatever do you need? If you need me to turn that favor for you, you got it.
If you're gonna go after this guy, you can't keep living in the building next door to this place. Because if that firestorm comes down right next door, this place is gonna burn.
Alright. That shouldn't be a problem. I can get new pads. I mean, you know, you're my favorite bartender in the city, Javi.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't mind you coming down here doing your thing, but
Yeah.
well,
I'll make sure none of this blows back on you.
so Harold, he helped the mayor get elected.
Oh, did he really?
You know, all those old connects that you guys had, that can be a lot of votes. Actually, each person can be 2 or 3 votes sometimes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And getting a Republican elected as the mayor of Providence is no easy task, so he called in all sorts of favors. And that's why your guy, he's wearing the suits now. He's working
Yeah.
at City Hall.
Okay.
You
I
know,
always told that dumb kid, never get yourself in the narrative, and look what he did.
yeah, I can't lose my liquor license. I'd go under in a second.
No, I just thought he was up to some shady practices. I didn't know he was up there with the mayor. Mayor, he says.
Now, he's still the same guy, you know.
Oh, of course.
So I don't know exactly what he's doing for the mayor, but I don't want a part of it. None of that around here.
You got it.
Just
Just
a-
for... Sorry, go ahead.
Just a bunch of assholes drinking beer. That's all I can deal with.
Hey, you got it. Just for that, I'll be sure to move and make sure everyone knows about it. None of this is coming back to you.
I appreciate it, Jasper. And no offense, you know. You're a good guy.
I'll take a little offense to that, but yeah, thank you.
All right. What'll it be? You want something to drink?
Yeah, I gotta get going, but thanks for the offer.
Yeah. Have a good one. Say hi to your sister for me.
Will do. Will do. So yeah, so I'm going to head out, wipe out that debt for Harvey. Um, I guess I'm gonna take to the streets.
Okay. To look for Harold? Or to find information about Harold? Or
To find information about Harold and to spread word that I'm looking for a new place.
okay. Yeah. Okay, roll to... So I think those are two different roles. Because Hit the Streets
Okay.
is a faction thing. So if you're looking for a new place, that's not really...
Okay.
I don't think that's really a Hit the Streets role. Unless you're
Okay.
specifically, I think, looking for a new place to haunt, which would probably be
Yeah.
a night roll. But if you're looking for Harold, that'd be a mortality roll. That's so it's...
I'll stick with mortality for now.
Yeah.
Let's find out information about Harold and stick with that storyline.
Sure, roll to Hit the Streets. Roll with mortality.
And my mortality is -1, so a 10.
A 10. Oh, nice. So that is a hit. On a hit, you get what you need. Name. Oh. So on a hit, they're available and have the stuff. On a 7 to 9, choose one. So you don't have to choose. Okay. So I'll say. So you weren't looking for Harold's. Well, maybe you were. Okay. And so I think you hit the streets, and you start asking some of your contacts kind of like information about where you can find them, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you do. So you find that he is living in the Biltmore,
Okay.
downtown.
Is this newly built? Or is it kind of just another hotel in the city?
So the Biltmore now is kind of this prestigious hotel, right? This is like the place to be.
Okay.
The kind of big wigs in the city often hang out in the bar. The mayor often hangs out in the bar, in the restaurant down there. So this is like the hot place to be.
Isn't the Biltmore supposed to be also like super haunted?
The Biltmore is also supposed to be super haunted. Yes.
I can work with that.
Yeah. Yeah, so he is living, in one of the kind of like live-in residences there. Can often be found, I mean, at many restaurants around the city, right? But he's like, rubbing elbows with the bigwigs and living right in the middle of downtown in like this iconic spot. I don't think it's it's definitely not new. It was well established. It was opened in 22.
Okay.
So
I guess I was more curious about the was it fancy or is it
yeah,
more like it is now?
no. It is fancy. It is the place to be. It is,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
the hot place.
Okay. Do I learn anything else other than where he's living? Like, does he, or would I have to roll again for anything more specific?
No, and I think you actually find him.
Okay.
Right, I think you end up outside of the Biltmore, looking through the window at the restaurant, and see him just entertaining this crowd of people as he's telling some sort of story that you can't see, but you hear. I mean, you can't hear, but you see him like acting it out and kind of like doing this whole thing, and people like laughing in a way that this motherfucker ain't that funny. But he has that power now, right? That if he tells an unfunny joke, people laugh. So that is where you find him. You also find out, because I think as you're hitting the streets and hitting different contacts, some of your contacts are underworld people that you've known. Some of your contacts are ghosts.
Okay.
And you are asked several times if you're going to the meet. You don't know what that is. And once it's clear you don't know what that is, they stop talking about it.
Okay. Like,
And it was multiple ghosts that mentioned it.
okay.
But that's
Something-
that's where you are as you're outside, or that's what has transpired as you're outside the Biltmore, looking in through this window,
Okay.
at your murderer, living it up.
Okay. Just rewinding a little, I do have a thing called Ghost Town, which says when I hit the streets with ghosts, I get +1 with dealing with them. Could I persuade them to tell me what's going on?
Yeah, so let's do a kind of like a little rewind here. Definitely. Let's do a scene. What ghost is it that you're talking to?
I'm gonna say the second ghost that brought up the
Okay.
meeting.
Who are they?
Who are they? They are.
Nearly headless Rick.
Yeah, yeah, well, let's go with nearly headless Rick.
He definitely stuck his head out of a ripped bus and hit it against a pole. Like, that is definitely what happened, and that's how he died.
Yep, that sounds like Rick. Can I make up his backstory, or is that more?
That is, you can make up his backstory, but I'm definitely gonna do my best Rick and Morty impression for his voice. But yeah, you can
That's
come up with
fine.
his backstory.
That's fine.
It's not
So-
gonna be good.
No, yeah, no. Rick used to deal with the mob. He was an alcoholic. To fund his habits, he used to get information for the mob. So that kind of works with your Rick and Morty thing.
Yeah.
And I used to know him because he would give me leads for like when they were bringing in shipments and stuff like that, so I could run my business.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Ugh, Jasper. Ugh.
Yeah, what's up? How's it going, Rick? Hanging in there, I see.
Oh yeah. I'm. You try this new craft beer that they're making?
No. I just took the Gansett.
It's shit, man. I mean, I know I can't taste it or anything, but it's no good.
Yeah, no. If it's if it ain't how you doing, neighbor? I'm not interested.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Stick with the local stuff.
Yeah, but I'm always happy to be reaffirmed in that belief.
So you're looking for Harold?
Yeah, I've been here. I saw him in town a couple of weeks back. I didn't know he was so popular. I'm finding all sorts of information about the guy.
Oh, he's a dick. Fucking
Yeah,
asshole.
Yeah, nothing new there. Some people never change.
You're going to the meet, right?
Meeting? You're the second person to bring that up. What's this meeting about?
There's no meeting. Nope. Nothing happening.
Rick, you're a terrible liar. What's going on? What is this? You guys holding some sort of cabal to? What did I fought in front of the other ghosts? What happened?
Maybe. Let me say. Do you think this would be a persuade an NPC because you're trying to persuade him to give you info, or a figure someone out and you can hold questions if you get a hit?
Well, I mean, I know he's lying.
Right.
I assume it'd be persuade to tell me because.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like something I could intuit, right?
Sure, yeah, roll with heart.
Okay. 11.
Okay.
Damn.
I assume that's +1 with the ghost, but it's already succeeding, so.
Yeah, so that's a 12. Definitely.
Sweet.
All right, man. I can't lie to you. I'll tell you what's happening. A bunch of the ghosts,
Yeah.
you know, this fucking patriarcha guy, he's a pain in the ass, right?
Okay.
So, right, we're all part of, we're all night folk here, right? Trying to live our lives the best we can.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten a job. I've been out of work for like 3 decades.
I can tell. Look at the beer you're drinking.
I know. So, we're thinking of booyonizing.
Unionizing. Huh. Okay. So what? We like pay dues and stuff like that?
I don't know, man. I don't got shit to pay to do with. But, figure if we all get together, then that vampire blood-sucking fuck can't keep holding the ghost man down.
I mean, yeah. Damn the blood-sucking man, I guess. Okay. When's this happening? When's this going down?
Oh, next week, man. It's gonna be some real shit.
Okay. Yeah. I might have to pop my head in there. See, bump some ghost elbows. Or
Yeah,
something.
man. It's gonna be the first buoy in this nation.
Okay.
We're gonna start a revolution, man.
All right. Power to the boo people, I guess.
Yeah, boo, brother.
Boo, brother. Stay transparent.
Okay. Yep, that officially
Um.
hurt my throat. Hello, hello.
Oh my god.
I love it. Okay. I guess I would head back to the Biltmore unless you want to throw the spotlight back to someone else for a while.
Well, are you gonna do anything at the Biltmore? I think is my only question. Like seeing this guy, or is the information enough?
I guess it depends. I assume he's at dinner or at the bar.
He's at the bar, yeah. And like surrounded by people, kind of like currently he's like the center of attention.
Okay. Is he holding a drink?
Definitely.
Okay. So I'm gonna manifest as heard and touch, but not seen.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna kind of get up behind him at the bar and tip his drink onto his shirt, and just kind of, as he's doing whatever, kind of whisper into his ear, just like, "You're gonna pay for what you did, you motherfucker."
Yeah, and he's in the middle of telling a joke, and like you hear someone else like, "Oh yeah, that reminds me of," and then he just like starts talking over them, right? Like he's definitely like hamming it up all of a sudden, and as he does, you tip it over and say that, and he kind of looks around, and he like swats at air, and he's like, I don't have any more voices. I need a voice. Because he's just going to be the same Matt's random Providence accent if I go to, but I have too many of those already.
Maybe he's not from Providence, Matt. Maybe he's from Texas or something.
Yeah, maybe.
You're on business.
Yeah.
Maybe he's from who knows.
Okay, yeah, Matt's Texas accent. Here it comes.
You're not even.
Oh no! Yeah, no. Oh wow! I really got that all over me, didn't I? Yeah, I'm not going Texas. Sorry.
That's what
Oh!
I'm going for.
Oh gee!
Wow.
Oh gee!
That's a Canadian leprechaun, I think.
Right? I'm
Somehow-
thinking Fargo.
Somehow.
What in the world? Oh,
Maybe he's a fish person from Atlantis. Who knows?
I gotta go and clean myself up here. I can't be sitting around a bar in this, you know. Oh, good thing I got a good dry cleaners to go to. And as he gets up off the stool, he like glares around, and you can tell he heard what you said. but being unable to spot you, kind of glares and then angrily heads to the bathroom to clean himself up.
Okay. After that, I'm gonna be satisfied that he's pretty embarrassed. I'm gonna come back to him later.
Okay, the Canadian leprechaun.
For
All right.
sure.
Let's start really trying to get some scenes where we can get multiple people in. I think that's really I think that's where the money is in this game, is where we start getting, obviously, not all 4 of you necessarily every scene, but also not, and I don't think we can't do scenes where you guys are off on your own, but I think scenes with multiple people is, for the most part, the best way to go.
I got a dual scene unless you got one, Matt.
No. I'm soliciting scenes right now.
So I have to pay a visit to Cadence Black, and I only know one person who has mentioned her,
Yes.
being Yvette,
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
good friend.
So Yvette, as you're leaving work and you close and lock the back door, and turn around, you see Victor walking up towards you.
Oh, Victor, sweetheart, what do I owe the pleasure this time? Do I owe you
You
money
in?
already?
No money. We good from that. You in a good mood?
Hmm. Well, I just got hit on by that fuck Danny DeVuto.
Oh, what the fuck he say to you?
Oh, nothing. He just tried to take me to dinner. I guess I should be flattered, but he's not really my type, you know?
Well, if he bothers you again, say the word. Not that you
Thanks.
can't handle yourself.
Thanks, Victor. That's sweet of you.
So listen, I remember you briefly mentioned one time you went to see accountant, but accountant was a little spooky. You explained.
Yeah, she was kind of a bitch, but also spooky. I suppose that's the word. She was strange.
So I need to go see her. I was curious if you were interested in coming along.
For what? What do you need her for?
Listen, Yvette, I could tell you. Are you sure you want to know?
Well, Victor, I mean, if I'm gonna go with you, I should know why we're going to her.
Okay, you remember Johnny from La Fortuna?
Yeah, I remember Johnny.
So his uncle got recently,
Interesting.
and his uncle is a connected guy, if you know what I mean.
I do, yeah.
So
Unfortunately.
I need to figure out who got him.
And you think Cadence Black will know?
I don't think she'll know, but I think she's spooky enough to put me on the right path.
You might be right about this. I'll go with you, just in case.
Yes, it would be good to have you there, watching my back.
It's not too far. I'll show you.
Lead the way.
Yeah. So you guys kind of go downtown, past a little bit, past the highway to Cadence Black's space. And at this point, I guess it's the next day now, and it's later at night, right? Because you are already closed. Most businesses, I think, at this point, if your pawn shop is closed, most businesses are. So as you go kind of like to this back alley with this Cadence Black CPA sign hanging above the door, the few steps leading up to it, it certainly appears that it is closed.
I went there last time after hours, I believe.
It was the middle of the day when you were there last time because it was
Oh,
pretty
okay.
busy. Yeah, it was a pretty busy time of day.
I'll knock on the door.
The door opens before you can knock on it. Like you go to knock and the door just opens, and just a crack. It doesn't open all the way. It just opens just enough so that you miss as you go to knock.
I guess she's already here. And I'll push the door open.
Um, unlike the last time you saw Cadence Black in this room with bookshelves, old and musty, with this round table in the middle, last time you here, it looked like maybe a little cluttered, but like you could probably conduct business here. Now, Cadence is done up in straight up, like, I'm a fucking sidewalk shami garb, right? She has this big, tall, like, pseudo turban thing going on her head. She's wearing long flowing robes. In the middle of the table, there is this crystal ball with this like ornate like golden claw holding it up. Long robes, seated at the far end of this table, kind of head down. So the few candles around are sending striking shadows, and you can't see much of her face. As she says, "Come in. Have a
Cadence?
seat."
Why, thank you.
This
You
is my
can
friend Victor.
call. Oh, what are you doing back here?
Victor needed to see you.
God damn it! And she actually hits the crystal ball that falls off this floor, rolls off the table, hits the floor, and just like keeps rolling for a while. I did all this bullshit because I knew he was coming. I didn't know someone that had already been here would. What do you need?
The illusion is ruined now. What just happened?
I go through all the trouble. This stupid thing isn't easy to get on my head, you know.
Are we in the right place, Yvette?
Yes, I'm
Come
afraid
in,
this
close
is
the
it.
door. It's cold. It's cold.
All right, I'll shut the door behind us.
Okay. Yeah, you close the door. It closes with a click. As you guys seat yourselves around this round table. I've already done a reading for you. You then? What do you need?
It's not reading I'm after. I need some help finding somebody who did something I did not like.
No, you need a reading.
What do you mean I need reading?
That's
What
what you...
does reading have to do with Antonio Rossi?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't done the reading yet.
I'll look to that.
Just let her do
What?
it, Victor. What's the harm?
Fine. You know what, Cadence? I'm also meant to tell you. Mohammed sent me. And I'll drop a name.
Okay. Yeah,
Eight.
so that's using the debt that Muhammad owes you, right?
Yeah, so when you drop someone's name on a 7 and 9, you have to cash in the debt.
Okay.
So I will cash in that debt.
Okay, and then let me see. Roll with their faction. Hit their name carries weight. Gives you an opening or opportunity. Okay. Muhammad, you say? He's stirring up quite the trouble right now. Let's see. Give me your hand.
I'll tentatively give her my hand.
Yanks you. Like, the second your hand is there, she just, like, yanks you forward and just starts looking over and kind of, like, forcing your fingers open and apart so she can really, like, look at you. And, like, squinting as she's looking because this shitty candlelight is not quite enough for her to obviously do what she's trying to do. And she goes, I've got a choice for you. Is this the hand you want me to read?
Which hand does she have?
Whichever one you put out.
So she'd have my right hand right now.
Sure.
What's wrong with this hand?
Well, nothing per se. It's a bit pedestrian. I could read your other hand instead.
Fine, I'll switch hands.
No, no, it just slaps the shit out of your hand, right? And she's not a strong woman, but she has that wrist work, so this fucking slap stings, right? She goes, no, your other hand.
Other hand, not here till moon. Full moon. When's that? I need this now.
She kind of looks you deep in the eye, and says, if you want to really know what you need to know, I'll need your other hand.
So at this point, I'd need to know when the next full moon is, because if it's too far away, I'll decline. But if it's close, then I'll wait.
Is there no way you can become? Let me see.
I don't think so. One of the transformation options is you can transform on demand, but I don't have that one.
So I would say if you let it out, then you could transform. You know what I mean? So like it's not a transform on demand kind of thing. Like it's a you have to risk corruption to do it kind of thing to bring out that inner beast. Yeah, so your transformation, so by default when it's full moon. Yeah, but I think if you risk corruption, then you can transform at times when it's not a full moon.
Yeah, I'll do it. It's important enough.
Okay.
Yvette, you may want to look away.
Okay, sure.
So first, roll to let it out.
Here we go.
So you're gonna roll with spirit, yeah.
Oh!
Okay.
So I'll sit there for a minute and concentrate.
Mark corruption.
Done.
So this is a miss. And a miss, particularly in this game, unlike maybe like when we play D&D, right? A miss doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't work. A miss lets me be creative with what happens.
So one of my detriments of transformation is sometimes I lose control.
So this is what you transform. Tell us what that looks like, because this is the first time we're seeing this transformation from Victor.
So the transformation I would kind of freeze up and tense and focus, and a low growl would start in the back of my throat, and I'd push back from the table, and a ripple would start, and the first thing that would start changing is just the fur, and the fur would start to burst out all over in waves. And at that point, the bones of my arms and legs would lengthen, and kind of with a squelching, cracking noise. And a growl would start as it kind of fucking hurts to transform. And I would stand up and push the chair back.
I would definitely
And
turn around
roar.
at this point.
Yeah, you see this happening. As the chair gets pushed back, thrown backwards, more fur popping as he's growing here. The whole time, Cadence still holding on to your wrist, and it's as if your wrist is growing, but her grip is only tightening, like she's not letting her hand expand with your arm. She's digging herself to hold you where you are. And eventually you have this large wolf creature with this tiny woman here holding you. And then as you are this wolf and you feel yourself starting to lose control, you feel your body quaking, you feel your mouth salivating, and you want to taste blood. And through all this, Cadence Black is reading your now enlarged palm. And she follows down a line and says, You already know who did it.
What?
And her eyes flash. And she says, go find them. And two things happen. You lose control, and you start a hunt. And we'll pick that up there next time.
Oh.
I'm going to write a note to start off with Merritt and Jasper. I know we kind of did like one of everyone and then a Victor Yvette, but that's about the time we've been doing,
cool.
so... and I like the idea of seeing where you guys are as this hunt starts. I've been hoping that Victor would kind of start a hunt soon, and I really think I'm excited.
Me too. Been waiting
Okay.
for this.
Okay. So let me write the note. Victor on hunt. Lost control. Start.
I'm there too.
Yeah. Yep. And then I'm going to put that I want to start with Merritt and Jasper, because obviously we know now where Yvette is in the midst of this hunt. Awesome. Yeah. Let's do the end of session stuff. So session end. If you learn something meaningful about a faction, increase your score in that faction by 1 and decrease your score in a different faction by 1. And tell me how your relationship in those communities have changed. And then also, if you did someone a favor or they did you a favor without, without using debts or anything, then we can add debts. I think this time we mostly tried to cash in those debts, but if I missed something, let me know.
So I think I'll go real quick. I'm gonna add 1 to power, and
Yeah.
I think remove 1 from night at the moment because I haven't dealt with any people in my own faction in a long time,
Sure.
other than Whitey. So for me, power is getting marked because I cashed in on Muhammad. I learned more about what he was up to. I learned some important info. I got to get to Merritt next time, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah, and my thought is next time we can use this hunt to kind of pull you guys together a little bit too. Because I think a wild ass Victor in the middle of the city, with also whatever the fuck it is that Cadence Black just did to him, can start some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, really
Is
cool.
anyone else adding something to a faction?
I was thinking either mortality or night because I learned something about both of them.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna add it to night,
Sure.
and I'm gonna take 1 away from wild because I haven't dealt with them at all really.
At all, really, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I know Merritt. You did some wild stuff. You had some definite wild interactions this time. Yvette, you got hit on.
It's true.
I don't know if I'm going to change my... I don't think I'm going to change my scores, though.
Okay.
Because
Sure.
I don't know if I actually... I don't know. I don't know what I take away from, I didn't really...
Right. Yeah. No, definitely. That's, yeah, you're
But maybe I'm more affiliated with them, I guess, now than I was before.
That was kind of what my thinking, because while you did find out that someone in Wild tried to
So I'll take
kill
one from
you.
Power, because I'm less affiliated with
Yeah.
Muhammad now, I feel like, and I'll put one in Wild because I'm more affiliated with Bowie. I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
And here's my cat. Everyone named Bowie after David Bowie.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely. Ow. Dangerous freak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually take 1 from power and put it in night. Victor, you're night, right?
Yeah, I am.
Because I learned a little bit more about Victor today. I mean,
Yeah.
and we've kind of been teaming up lately, so I'm gonna add 1 tonight and take 1 from power.
Here's my other question. because we haven't. There's that move we haven't used very much. That is the what are they called? Intimacy moves. Victor, is Yvette watching you transform a movement of intimacy for you? Like, I kind of this like a perverse bit of intimacy, right? But it's this thing that like you don't. You know what I mean? I'm only thinking like you said. You know, it's almost like the perverse version of like turn away while I undress, but like.
Yeah, what do you think of this though? Like the fact that Cadence was there kind of fucks that up. Like this was like a involuntary three-way intimate moment. But
I think so. Let me put it this way: it is an involuntary three-way, and I think that kind of holds true to some like weird horror intimacy shit, possibly. But it's up to you guys to decide. I was just kind of thinking that it's this weird moment you guys have there at the end.
yeah, I'd say that from Victor's background, not very many people have seen him transform, and it's something he doesn't typically put out there. He only did it here because he feels like he has to help Johnny. So
if you're feeling that way, you create a primal bond with Yvette, which might be a cool fucking thing to have as you go on the hunt the next session too, right? You always know where to find them, and when they're in trouble, this bond lasts until the end of the next session.
what do you think of it? You want a faithful hound?
That's cool. I like it. I'm game.
And then, let me see, Yvette, your move. They give you a debt they hold on someone else.
Yeah.
So Victor, you're gonna give Yvette a debt that you hold on a different person.
Yvette a debt to buy a Corvette.
So could the other thing is that Yvette owes me one. What if that just evaporates? Because I can't think of like a narrative reason to give a debt, you know?
Sure. If that makes sense,
Yeah,
you guys.
I think after this, Victor's probably not going to be coming around for rent anymore.
Yeah, that protection money, it's kind of now folded into whatever the fuck you guys are already doing.
Yeah. Does that work?
Yeah,
Joe?
works for me.
Awesome.
Alright. The stream still looks weirdly frozen, and I don't know why. But it's not, because the stuff on the right side is correct, and the stuff on the left side that's like us is not. So I guess I'm going to have to check out the recording, and even if maybe the audio is working, I'll stick it up. But I'm very confused about what in the world happened with this stream.
Yeah. It froze on a very flattering angle of me, though, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I think the video capture froze. It's all right. We've been staring at, the top of Joe's head for a long time. It's really good. All right, and I think we're good for 2 weeks from today, right? Where holidays are over, we are back to an every 2 week schedule. Cool. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching or listening or whatever the hell this recording let you do. Much appreciated, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks so much. Bye.
Later, guys.
Good night. Happy New Year.